FREETRADE. I've been with FREETRADE for nearly a month now, paying £10 extra a month for the privilege of being able to place limit orders. I use them mainly for the ISA. In fact, I only use them for the ISA. I transferred a cash ISA to them to get started, 18 grand. And I placed a lot of limit orders, and one of the things you experience that they tend to cancel orders. Now, not all of these orders have been cancelled by FREETRADE because I've cancelled and reset them myself, but a significant number are cancelled by FREETRADE. And the reason why they cancel them is because whenever there's a corporate event, the company they contract the orders with, because they don't place them themselves, cancel them whenever there's a corporate event, such as if a stock's ex-dividend date. That will trigger a cancellation of all your orders in that stock, and you can only place 2 orders per stock. And you can only place 2 orders per stock, so there's that. Orders tend to get cancelled for that reason. But there's another problem, another glitch in their system, is that they tend to reject orders. Like, look here, they rejected Amazon. What are they rejecting Amazon for? If you can't place a limit order for Amazon, you know, you can't place a limit order for any stock. And it's not just fractional shares, they even reject whole share orders, such as CRISPR. I placed a order for CRISPR and find out, you know, some minutes later that it got rejected. And same for global payments. Oh, these 2 were cancelled by them, which was for a corporate event. I think it was ex-dividend. Well, some corporate event, and resulted in global payments, which is like a stock like PayPal, but cheaper. That got cancelled by them. But so I understand the cancelled orders. Not, like I say, not all of these were cancelled by them. Most by me, because I reset the orders. But it's the reject, like there, Intel. Oh, that is ridiculous. Why are they rejecting orders for Intel? Whole share orders, not fractional. If you can't invest in Intel, what can you invest in? They just rejected the orders, and you don't find out until some minutes later. Or, you know, Matterport, another one rejected. In fact, I saw them reject that, so I placed it again, and they rejected it. So I placed it again, and they rejected it. And AUTODESK cancelled and rejected. What's the point of paying for £10 extra a month for limit orders when you can't place them? So that's one of the glitches they've got. You know, like I say, not all of these cancel orders by them. If you think they are, they're not. Most are by me, because I cancel and reset. But all of the rejected ones are obviously by them. You know, what's the, rejecting AUTODESK, rejecting Matterport, rejecting Intel. What gives? So that's one of the glitches with FREETRADE. There is a cost. There is a cost involved, and that is that you get worse fills, and your orders tend to get cancelled and rejected. Rejected is worse. You know, at least there's some rationale behind cancellation, in that there's a corporate event. But for orders to get rejected, you know, that is ridiculous. A lot of orders get rejected, and you don't know when. They could few minutes, few hours. Like here, I placed that order and that was instant, so I placed it again, rejected, placed it again, rejected, placed AUTODESK, cancelled after some time, and placed it again, got rejected. Why? How can you explain? It'd be interesting to know. I've not contacted them because they take a while to respond. Anyway, that's one of the downsides of using FREETRADE. They are very rough around the edges. They've not got much infrastructure. Obviously, they're a small company. You know, still fundraising. I don't think they're making a profit earnings wise. So the fundraising. Another little peeve I've got with them is their free shares. You know, they say, well, they used to say nice 10 to 200 pounds. Before it was 3 to 200 pounds, but instead, like, I'll show you. Let me go to the free shares. I used to, you know, refer people to it, you know, saying we both get a free share. But, you know, the free shares that they were giving, these are the free shares they gave. I think I referred about 7 or 8 people. You know, Flora Growth, £1.50, Exos, £2.20, Orion Group, £2.80, Paratech Pharma, £3, another one, Advanced Medical, £3, look, £3.50. So these are the quality of the shares they're giving away for free. So instead of 3 to 200 pound, is more like 3 to 4 pound, and they're giving you garbage shares. So that's another peeve. So I've got 2 main peeves with the free trade. One, that they're rejecting orders what should be valid. I'm paying £10 extra a month. Why are you rejecting orders for? Intel, for God's sake. Amazon. Yeah, okay, that was a fractional share, but why? I don't get it. Matterport should be okay. AUTODESK should be okay. So that's one of the negatives. That is a very rough platform. Yes, that's the price you pay for commission-free trading, fractional trading, and you know you don't know if the limits are going to be executed, because the order flow. You know, you're at the back of the queue. Free trading, free commission-free trade. That means you're at the back of the queue where the order flow is concerned. That means you get worse fills or probably no fill, depending on how the price moves. So that's one of the negatives of free trade. Obviously, if you're trading, then it's not a good platform. But if you're investing and you're willing to put up with your orders getting cancelled or rejected, because you're investing for the long term, so it doesn't matter if you're a few percent off from where you were attending, like up to say 2-3-4% off where you were hoping to buy, against where you actually eventually end up buying. Then it's not much of a big deal. But if you're trading, those few percent will make a difference. Anyway, that's my experience of using free trade for about a month now. I'm not happy that I have to pay £10 extra a month for basically not that good of a trading platform. You know, with limit orders are concerned. Yes, it's commission fee, but I'm paying £10 a month. The screens are gone off. So there you go. Are there better platforms than free trade? Well, there are a lot of platforms out there, and one of the positives with free trade is that they've got an ISA. You can do an ISA, because a lot of the others that many YouTubers pump, you know, they don't have an ISA. So what kind of insanity is it that results in the rejection of orders such as Intel? That doesn't make sense. Not fractional, whole shares. So swings and roundabouts. The only positive for using free trade is that you can have an ISA. Is the ISA. There are lots of other better platforms out there for if you're investing outside of an ISA. A lot better. eToro is the best platform for US stocks, period. With free trade, you pay an FX fee of 0.45%. eToro, nothing once you deposited, and you can deposit dollars direct, so you don't pay any conversion fee when depositing. eToro is the best platform for investing outside of an ISA, and who knows, one day they might introduce an ISA. Who knows? It's possible. Whilst the legacy platforms in the UK are good for investing for long term, such as AJ Bell. That is a good long term investing platform, but it is old. and you do pay a 1% FX fee, but if you're investing long term, you're not going to be trading in and out, which is what you would be doing on eToro, and to a far lesser degree FREETRADE. Like when investing with FREETRADE, you're not going to be holding them for a long time. You're going to, well, you might hold them for at least maybe half a year or a year, but with AJBL you're going to be holding them for a decade, something like that. So there are swings and roundabouts. eToro is the best platform, period, but it's outside ISA platform for mainly US stocks, but they do cover a lot of other stocks. Anyway, it's not a sales pitch for eToro. This is my feedback on using FREETRADE. It's a rough platform, very rough platform, and I don't like the fact they cancel orders, but there is a rationale behind that. And I don't like the fact that they reject orders. There's no rationale. There is no rational reason why they should reject orders. There is no rational reason. What are you rejecting Amazon for? Intel. These aren't some lowly stocks or CRISPR or AUTODESK. There's no reason. Or GPN. You know, I don't like it. They're just rejecting for no reason. Intel. What insanity would FREETRADE reject an order for hold shares for Intel? There is no reason. Especially since you're forced to pay £10 a month for the privilege of placing limit orders. So what do I rate the platform after using it for about a month? Well, if you're going to be investing outside of an ISA, then I rate it 1 out of 10. If you're going to be investing with an ISA, then I rate it 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's its main attraction and benefit, that's in an ISA. And you can forget about the free share, they're garbage. All I've got is garbage. Well, it's now £1 to £4. This is garbage. Sales gimmick. It's a sales gimmick. They may be breaching some advertising standards, you know, saying, oh, you're going to get £3 to £200 when you get £3 to £4 in garbage stock. So it is a bit of a gimmick. The 3 to 2. I've noticed that they changed it now from 10 to £200, and so I did get 1 or 2, I think, that were £10 now. £10, just over £10. Again, the same. They say 10 to 200, but you get 10. And that's my experience. So you should not be seduced by the sales gimmick. But in terms of what the platform functions as, the platform functions for if you're investing in an ISA, so you don't have to end up paying any tax on your gains. But if you're thinking of investing outside of an ISA, there's a lot better platforms out there, such as eToro. Hopefully their platform will improve over time and their orders become more reliable, less prone to cancelling and rejecting orders. Maybe that will improve as they become bigger and command better terms with whoever they contract with. They do contract with another company to place the orders with. And obviously always pay attention to the FCSA limit. I think it's 85k you're protected. You should never go over that limit with any one company. You know, obviously I've gone over with AJBL, but they've been around for decades. And I am over with Interactive Investors, but I've been using them. You know, they're a rip-off with their 1.5% FX fee. I don't use them that much. I just invest and forget because the FX fee is atrocious. But this is one of the reasons I'm started using FREETRADE, and I'll probably use others as well. For the ISAs only, that the FX fee is a lot lower, 0.45% versus 1.5%. What a rip-off for II, Interactive Investor. With AJBL is 1%, but there's ways round it by buying US stocks listed on the London Stock Exchange. such as you can for Alphabet and Apple. I'm not sure you can for Amazon, but Microsoft you can. Intel I know you can. Facebook you can. So there are ways around that 1% fee with AJ Bell, which I use for the pension. That's probably my largest single place where I've got funds. Anyway, that's it was supposed to be a quick update of using FREETRADE, or what you can expect if you're thinking of using them. Don't use them for outside of ISA shares, because they're garbage. There's a lot better out there. They are worth investigating for using for an ISA, you know, stocks and shares ISA. They are worth that. And you can, if you want, you can follow the link in description to sign up, where we both get a free share. But like I say, the garbage, the gear garbage company, and you can't even place a limit to sell. I've tried to sell those shares, you know, place a limit or sell, and they reject them, cancel them, reject them. They don't let you sell, so they're basically worthless for me. Like I try to sell those free shares. Let me try and bring it up. Okay, so now I'm in the general investing account, and I can show you that way. It just rejected previous orders to sell. Chicken soup, rejected. It won't let me sell them for some reason. So these free shares, can you actually sell them? Suppose you could sell them in the market, at the market, rather than in a limit order. Well, I'll try that next when it's open. It's not going to open. I don't know when it's going to open now. Oh, it's Saturday 25th. I'm doing this video early in the morning. So Monday, Tuesday now. 29th. Something like that. 27th, 29th. Anyway, that's my experience of using FREETRADE. I would say it's fine for ISAs. Anything else, look elsewhere. That's when it's videoed. Merry Christmas, everybody. And the rest of this extensive analysis has first been made available to patrons who support my work. Extensive, epic analysis, one-stop analysis on the metaverse. You only need to read this analysis to get up to speed and get going in investing and capitalizing on the metaverse. So for immediate first access to all of my analysis and trend forecast, then do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4 per month. And of course you get access to my stock market crash bear indicator. That's warning of a market panic event, at least, or a bear market of sorts. Anybody warns of significantly lower prices ahead. You know, all these people FOMOing for new highs are going to be disappointed. But more on that in that analysis, which is extensive. And then we have my AI tech stocks buying levels as financial crisis 2.0 continues to blow. Again, extensive analysis. Then how to protect your investments from the permanent transitory inflation, which even now the Fed has thrown up its hands and surrendered. Yes, it's not transitory anymore. It's looking like it's permanent. You know, it took them a while. And of course, then we have my most recent analysis, which is on an update of the high risk bio and tech stocks portfolio current state. What I am doing, what I'm expecting to happen, like what stocks I'm accumulating right now. And you know, I pointing the finger at TENCENT. You know, if you don't have exposure to TENCENT, you're going to be kicking yourself. It's trading at Hong Kong right now at 438. That is cheap. And what is it, $56 in TECHY on the OTC market? You're going to be kicking yourselves, folks. Anyway, it covers all of the high risk stocks portfolio. Updating, there's about 22 stocks in that portfolio. Updating what I'm holding for the long term, what I'm seeking to accumulate more of, and to what degree. Small buys, big buys, buys. Yeah, even stocks where I'm saying bye to, those that I'm seeking to distribute out of over time. Maybe they're too high risk for me now. Anyway, that's in that analysis. So again, do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4 per month, which is nothing for what you're going to get access to. Even one of these articles, will set you up, set your portfolio up. The metaverse article alone will set your portfolio up for the next 10 years. You're getting that access for $4 per month. I would pay 10 times that. And as for my schedule of analysis, primary on my list is to complete my extensive analysis on how to get rich, which is 90% done, which I've spent a good 9 months on, and it's just about done. Just needs to be corrected, insert some images, and then get it posted. Now, this is not garbage like, which stocks to buy to get rich on. This is really how to get rich, what you need to do. You need to get your skates on, get off your lazy chair and do some work. And this covers in strategic terms and practical terms what one needs to do to become rich. Hardcore, not waffle. There's no waffle in there like filler that most people put on. Watch these YouTube videos. There's 90% filler and 1%, 2% actual practical. And I already updated my high risk stocks portfolio. I look at the UK house prices and the impact of the unfolding Chinese property market crash that I've been warning of since July. That is a financial crisis brewing and it's going to impact house prices. And so that's pending. It's about 65% done. And then I'm going to take a look at the US dollar and British pound, as those forecasts have now been completed. The British pound has fallen to around 1.32. So it's time for a new forecast on the British pound. And then I'm going to take a reluctant look at gold price. Because I'll tell you what, gold and silver, they've really been supplanted by cryptos. There's a lot more upside for cryptos than there is for gold and silver. But nevertheless, I'll take a look to see if there's anything brewing. And that's my schedule analysis, all of which will be first made available to patrons who support my work. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4. And I hope you have a great Christmas holiday and all the Omicron or all the variants. Orangecron probably next. The scientists, they're milking it. Anyway, I better not say anymore because blooming YouTube, you know what it's like. If you mention the Chinese Wuhan biolab virus, what they tend to do to your videos. So, have a great holiday and I'll see you again shortly in the next video in this series. So do remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel as well to keep up to date with the videos as they are posted. Your metaverse invested analyst.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all lang syne? For all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all lang syne. For all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne. cup of kindness yet for all lang syne.
Yeah, the reflection.